Hey, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. So the last Thursday check-in, I was so pleased to bring to you the adapted version of Intimate Tarot, a proud cornerstone reading to this channel. Yeah, I liked the way it came out. I really did. Of course, I was nervous, taking it from an in-depth read to an adapted version that is the check-in format. I have to say, I met the goals. We got to the main point, and then, of course, we elaborated with advice cards, oracles, and charms, as is our way here. And I like it. I hope you do too. Let me know, and I will increase its rotation for the check-in format. Yeah? Yeah, there you go. Today, we are going to do a general overview, or what I call a 369. It's a snapshot of our energy for the next week or thereabouts, to see what's going on with us real quick. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one privates. They may not resonate at all. Frustrating, I know, but also normal. If that's the case, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. And like always, your sign will be timestamped in the description box as well as the comments because I got you. Oh, and I'm happy to tell you next week or thereabouts, I should be releasing a round of shorts. Now that there's absolutely no pressure to do them, I can find more time for them. So isn't that the way of things? Yeah. Do keep in mind, I have a love-hate relationship with shorts, the hate being the pressure to do them, knowing I will get nothing from them. And then the love piece is because they actually are quite fun. Making them a regular feature several times a week, it's incredibly time-consuming. But again, that pressure is not there anymore. So I have some extra time on the old schedule next week, loving it. And I was like, you know what, let's do some shorts. We can do that. But once more, extras, extra sassies, sassy shorts. This is on my time, when I can find the time for them. But there you go. And then go ahead and put it on your calendar, guys. I was looking at it and I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a full round of in-depth reads for December. That's going to be Aces reading, right? Towards the end of December and as we enter into the new year. Perfect time for Aces reading. So all signs, once more, we'll get an in-depth reading sometime around December and it will be Aces reading. One of my favorites too. They're just fun. They can be so fun and interesting and reflective. And really the idea is what we've got going on and what could we have going on. Right? Anyway, all that good stuff is coming up and more. You guys, there's really not much else to say. You have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you at your sign. I will see you at the Thursday check-in. Take care. Be well. Leo, how's it going? Show me, Leo, please. What is going on for Leo? Show me, Leo, please. Let's do one more. Show me, Leo. Show me, Leo. The Chariot, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Six of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. All right. Justice, Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Oh, you're quite the go-getter, aren't you? Busy. You a busy Leo. Here's the thing. You're trying to pull back on some of that energy, too. The Chariot, beautiful. Knight of Wands, beautiful. Your particular knight, you got a lot of vavoom attached to you. And you're like, yes, and I need to chill out. The Four of Swords. You're like, I need to take some of that vavoom and cool it down. I need to cool my jets down, Christina. I need a little R&R. I need a little break. I need a rest. I'm used to going from 0 to 60 all day, every day. And I kind of want to just take it down to 0. And I'm under that impression that you need a rest. Otherwise, you tend to be up here. High functioning, optimism, energy, get her done, right? And you're like, I need to get less done these days. I'm tired. Okay, Four Swords. Here's the problem. It doesn't sustain long. I don't think you took as much of a break as you think you did. Okay? Because while you're saying, generally speaking, you're okay. Six of Wands. I'm good. I got it. I'm grumpy, though. Four Cups. I got it. So you're showing me, brave face, but emotionally you're still dissatisfied about a particular subject. I don't think we put enough into that rest. So just a little bit of advice based on the surface of the cards here today. Whatever it is, whatever break it is you think you need, I want you to first of all honor that and then perhaps double the time if you can. because you're coming out the other side of that not looking refreshed. You're showing me a kind of false bravado here. Again, it's not an accusation, so don't take it as one. But the Six of Wands and the Four of Cups kind of knock each other out in a contradiction here. That's a false bravado. I don't need a break. Yeah, you do. You do need a break. Your instinct on that one was completely correct. And also, like I said, double it. I don't think you put enough into this Page of Pentacles. That's a little FYI, and that's coming up for you for the next week or so. All right? And that's if you resonate. Because here's the deal. You look a little knocked off your feet, but you're not admitting it to yourself. So I'm not laughing at you. That's just where your energy is. I don't know why you have such I got to show face on this one. I don't know why. I don't know what you're benefiting from that. Like, I got it all and I can keep going. You know what? I was talking about knocking it down to 0, but I can maintain 60. In fact, I can do 100. Where is that coming from? Who are you trying to show off for? Because it ain't you. It's costing you. So Justice, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Baby, I need you to pump the brakes a little bit. Okay? You can go ahead and tell me and all the world, I got this. Stop telling it to yourself, though, because you're just harming yourself. All right? I get that there are times when we really are in that sense of I have to be on point all time, all day, every day. You know what? You do 100%, I do 150%. You know what? You go ahead and do 60, I do 100. I don't know. It almost feels like you're saving face or trying to compete, and I don't know why. You need a break. Honor that. That's one of the best things you can do for yourself is to know when you need to back off. Okay? Because it doesn't look like you did. And even if you did, it wasn't enough. Because now I got you down here exhausted, wishing you had taken better care of yourself. And you know you should have done too. That's right, you got the finger. Okay. Let's get some advice for you, although I think it speaks for itself. I do. But still, burnout is real. And that's all, I got it. I don't need to pull over to get gas, and that's how you break down in the middle of nowhere. Okay? Come on. Don't do that. The difference between being a tough Leo and being a smart Leo. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Don't get it wrong. People would kill. I mean, do you know how much? Okay. I'm not going to say the health industry because that's not correct. Energy drinks do not represent. No, they don't. But companies pay good money to try to bottle this. And that way people can drink it and be like, I can do anything. And for you, it's natural. Fantastic. Okay? So don't lose that. Refresh that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Death. The Hanged Man, the Ten of Cups. Honey. Yeah, I don't think you're giving enough perspective. I know you're not. I know you're not giving enough perspective about this, particularly your own sense of happiness and healthiness and functioning with yourself and with others. So, you know, let's not assume that we don't need Hanged Man. We don't need time out. We don't need perspective. No. I think it's more than just you that people are concerned for how you're doing. Okay. So let's keep that in mind. If you're in that position of I have to function and I have to function a lot for others, those same others that you show high levels of function for would tell you, hey, knock it off. Take a break. Okay? That's all. I don't need to think about it. Remember, if others depend on you, okay, and it looks like they do, there's not going to be much to depend upon if you get knocked out of commission. Okay? So make the time for you. That's all I'm saying. All right. Yeah. Rejection, loss, fragmented. I'm getting more of that fragmented piece. And there's something here about I don't want to lose time. I don't want to lose time. You're going to lose time. You're going to lose time. You can either lose time on your time and schedule it by healing up and get re-energized, or you can lose time later when you don't give yourself those things and it's taken away from you because you just can't. Okay? You're afraid of rejection or loss, or if I don't do the job, somebody's not going to take me seriously, or they think I can't rely upon me. Okay? You're not going to be able to rely upon yourself if you keep things up. I'm just letting you know. And karmic lessons in here about you and your energy. Ace of Wands. Don't let pride get in the way. I'm not saying karmic partner. I'm saying karmic lesson here. Remember, you have to take these with a grain of salt and give them some flexibility. They're quick bridges between the main points. But yeah, we have a karmic lesson here about if you're going to be obsessed about rejection and loss, you're going to create it for yourself too based on your own energy. So know when to back off of things, guys. I'm really not saying someone else in here today. I'm saying a direct forward momentum based on your energy. So do keep that in mind. All right. I don't think you need too many of these. Well, the wisdom keeper. I know you know better. I know you know better. Oh, you is stubborn. You hate change. Oh, my. It's like pulling teeth with you. We got to let go of the control issues, Leo. It's like pulling teeth. Ship, direction, journey. Take some space, please. You need some space, okay? All right, we'll do some charms and we'll wrap you up for today. We have the letter L, S, Q, and the butterfly in reverse. Yeah, we need to do some transforming here. We need to chill out. Wrap yourself up in a little cocoon. Take a nice little nap for a while. Like I said, whatever you think the time is, double it. That would be my advice to you. All right, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, happy Sunday. Or whatever day it is you're seeing this. What's going on? Show me Sag, please. Show me Sag. Show me Sag, please. I'm just looking at Cinnamon. She's over there being cute. They're doing that thing dogs do where it's their half of their body is in one direction and the other half of their body is laying in the other direction. I don't know how they do it. All right. Eight of Swords. Judgment. Four of Wands. Oh, we've got an overdue lesson here about a relationship. It's time we thought. Okay. The Empress. The Knight of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Ooh, that's some strong energy too. Five of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. And the Three of Wands. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. It's active now. This has a particular direction or flow, and I see that being put off as powerful as it is. Which is not an accusation. I'll take it as when I read the cards, guys. Eight of Swords, Judgment, Four of Wands. We have an overdue lesson, and I mean overdue lesson, insight specifically, that we need to see about a relationship. Some sort of Four of Wands, and that relationship is how two people define it, but it is that of two people. We have an overdue lesson. We need to see it. It's time we see it for what it is. And Eight of Swords is willful blindness. We can't keep rejecting the obvious. If we do, it's at our own cost. So the fact that Judgment's there, okay, it's like, hey man, hey lady, you want to, it's time to stop acting like we can't see this. Okay. There's a truth in this relationship that needs to be willed out. I don't know what it is, but we need to learn it. It's time. It's time to admit it, to be confrontational with it, to accept it, the truth of it, powerful as it may be, in either direction, of either hurtful truth or loving truth. Regardless, it's a truth. We need to see it. It's time. Recognize it, own it, live it, embrace it. The Empress, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, whatever this is, they're telling me you can do this from a place of empowerment, from a place of pure empowerment. It's gorgeous, by the way. Of knowing thyself, particularly your heart space. Your love flows. And they're saying, you know your love flows. It's with you. You know how your heart beats, and you know who it would beat for. It's actually very specific. And it's gorgeous. You know, and here we have empowerment, which suggests claiming ownership, be it the Emperor or Empress. They declare boldly what they think, what they feel, their actions. But I don't see you doing it. Not yet. Again, this is not an absolute. This is just a stamp in time. Okay? 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. It's hurting you to wait. It's hurting you to wait. And the more you wait, the more reminiscent it is of the past of something that also required you to wait, and you know how painful that is, so why would you keep doing it? You're telling yourself, I gotta wait, it's not time, it's not time. And you know from past experience, based on the 5 of Cups, that that hurts more than it helps. It's almost like you're putting yourself off, and I don't know why. You're so beautiful. What you feel is so beautiful. And I know you seem to think it's a situational thing with the 7 of Pentacles. But there's a lesson back here about recognizing something and declaring it. The truth of it. If you say you must wait, okay. But do be mindful, the more you choose to wait, the more it puts you into a past feeling of helplessness and knowing what it's like to wait and how much it hurts. Okay? Now, if you're at a distance, you're at a distance, okay. But that doesn't obligate us any less to claim what's here. All right? And there's so much there. There is. There's so much there. Let's get some advice for you, please. What is going on? What is going on? I could say that Empress is outside of you. I could do. It's you, though. Someone who knows the direction of their heart. Two of Cups, 7 of Wands. There it is again. Page of Pentacles is being put off again. Actively. 7 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. There is a natural expression between yourself and someone else. But the investment, we haven't made it real yet. We keep rejecting getting it going, functionary-wise, no matter how small. We keep rejecting that premise, even though there's love behind this. I already see it. You would know who your heart would flow towards. You keep saying now's not the time. Just be aware that that's a choice. Okay? And physically, you can do that. No one can make you do what you're not ready to do or speak what you're not ready to speak. All I know is that we have an overdue insight here, an admission, and a powerful one. And the sooner we come to terms with this, the less we feel the need to do this. Okay? You have to ask yourself, what timing is right timing? I just know that the more you delay, the more it hurts. Queen of Wands, the Lovers, the 3 of Wands. Not someone of significance, are they? How much longer are you meant to content yourself when waiting? What is it? Intimidation? It means too much? You got the goods, honey. It means too much. It's not that it's not appreciated by the Emperor and Empress, but they're big enough people to overcome it. I see that your heart so proudly, boldly feels something in one particular direction. I get it. It's not like I don't. I get it. We got a little haughty in there. But more to the point, it's a bit cheeky, that energy. It's a bit bold, too. I would even say brazen. But you already know that about them. Or are you hoping they would do it? And that's where the waiting's coming from. That's it, isn't it? You're hoping they would do it. I don't know where they are. I just see how you two are connected. You were hoping they would do it. And yet here we have a nice, big, I'm not trying to look at that acceptance of whatever this is. Be the Empress. What is a page going to cost you at the end of the day? I knew there was more to that. Fear and anxiety. I'd rather you know than have you continue to suffer under this self-imposed yoke that is waiting. Closed off, guarded, distant. You were hoping they would do it. Something. Baby, when it's your truth, it's your truth. They aren't going to do it. Okay. Our truths are meant to be claimed by the self, not someone else. Okay. For some of you, rebirth, winter. Okay. Scorpio energy, of course, but in that respective transformation, to some of you, by winter, there might be some improvement there. All right? Birds, news, messages. Okay? The pearl, the hidden gem. And the hidden wisdom waiting to come out. And the pearl. Beautiful. Beautiful gem. The pearl is. Made in the ocean under the most unusual circumstances. Not many are willing to go to the depths in order to acquire it. The mountain. Challenges and achievements. One and the same. Mountain is in reverse. You can either see this as a challenge or an achievement. Okay. We have the letter R. We have the anchor also. Two ways you could interpret that. Feeling stuck or emotional stability. You actually have a representation of both. You already know the direction of your heart. Feeling stuck and helpless about it. That's the thing. Feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and for some of you, the confirmation of a feather might be important. And then we have the medallion of the small dog. So we're saying, terrier, Yorkie, Chihuahua, that kind of thing. And the Eiffel Tower, sometimes I get this often and then I won't see it again for weeks or months. But the Eiffel Tower is that height of romanticism, but it was built in reality by the hands of human beings. It's possible. Anyway, said you, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on for Aries, please? What's going on for Aries? What's going on for Aries, please? Six of Swords, Two of Cups, Judgment. Okay. Six of Cups, Nine of Wands. In the world, I got it, honey. I got it. I got it. Okay. It's going to be very distinct. It either is or it isn't. And you're going to cause yourself harm if you force a reading to fit that's not yours. Okay. This one's extremely distinct. Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. I got it. You're on guard. I understand. Long story short, you opened up with, I made a decision. I want to make a peaceful exit. I respect that. And so I was like, okay, so shall it be. That's what I kind of mentally thought. And now I'm sharing that with you. I respect that. Six of Swords, Two of Cups, and Judgment. Some sort of emotional union here. And that's however you want to qualify it. You can have an emotional union with anyone, okay? But you're saying that you have decided, and it's your will here, your spirit, your lesson that says, I want a peaceful exit. I got you. I respect that, like I said. You want to move on, whatever that means to you. It won't be that easy. Unfortunately, you're immediately met with resistance from, I believe, more than one person, and I am so sorry. There's something here you don't want to participate in, and your dedication to make it as peaceful as possible, to make it as smooth a transition as possible. I respect that to the highest degree, and sometimes, why? You would know why, honestly. You know, sometimes there's unions you just can't participate in anymore for one reason or another. And someone's saying, hey, we've known each other for a long time. You're going to stand here and fight me because I don't want you to leave, is the opposite of what you were trying to produce. And I am sorry, you know, but you have your reasons. And those reasons are based upon lessons. Okay, so I'm not going to argue with you. But this situation, however, is. Six of Cups, Nine of Wands, the World. There is full-on resistance from the union, from somebody whom you've known a long time. I don't even know that they're a soul bond, but they're saying, I've known you forever, and you can't just go. You think I was going to make this easy? Did you really think it was going to be that easy? Good on you. You want a peaceful exit? What, you're going to walk in the wind? My ass. You're going to stay here and fight me. So it's especially given your bottom line, I have to emphasize this. You get to choose your level of participation. Okay. Because someone else has clearly chosen theirs. And it's angry, it's disruptive, it's combative. It does not acquiesce. Okay? It does not agree. Expect kickback, and unfortunately, I do believe it's from more than one person. There seems to be more than one level of disapproval attached to this. Which is probably why, hence your opening, why you wanted it to be as smooth as possible. So I am sorry. This person is standing. Here's some sort of union. Like I said, I don't even know if it's all bond this up to you. It's just a lot of memories in there. And in that space of reminiscence, that's where a lot of people stand up and fight, not for what it currently is, but what used to be. And that's where a lot of tension is created in human beings. We're not really fighting for present day investment or interests or even, frankly, rationality. We're fighting for what used to be. We're fighting for the yesteryears. We're not actually looking at where someone is today. And that's where this person is caught. They're trapped more by the nostalgia of the past than they are with understanding and respecting your needs of the present. Okay, so your present point of view is, like I said, much more up to date with who you are. Theirs is still operating from a place of old, and how dare you. That's why I have to tell people they have to meet in present, not in the past. Otherwise, things will never move forward. And there's something about this that you recognize in that. This is never going to move forward because I've moved on. And I don't know what that is, guys. You know, it's hard. Like, I'm that person. I would have friends for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. But every now and again, I had to disconnect. Every now and again, and it sucks. But I had my reasons, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. Just like you do today. So I don't know what they are for you. I just know that from your point of view, it's correct. Okay. And this person recognizes more of the past than they do the present. Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands. Like I said, when I pointed out, you get to choose a level of participation. You are keeping that in mind in the future. Bless you. You're going to need that. Okay. You are doing your best, your level best, to not emotionally invest in the argument because it's coming and it's there. And I'm sorry. This is not long term. This is once more a snapshot of what I'm seeing energetically. A couple days, weeks. I don't really know after that. Nevertheless, this is marked with an ending. Right here. Right here. Okay. All spaces in between is the fight to not recognize those endings. And given given the response, I don't know how they didn't realize that this is not going to induce you to stay. You ever been in that situation where you got confrontational with somebody and you said, you know what, you hurt me? And the other person says, no, I didn't. What are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that? Okay, I guess I was wrong. Let's go back to whatever it is we were doing and completely forget about the whole thing. That's not how life works. Okay? I'm saying this isn't that situation where you've made a decision and the other person directly opposes it. So what are you supposed to do with that? That's why I say you need to choose your level of participation carefully. Because the more you give to this, the more you reinvest in it in terms of negative feeling and therefore experiences and accumulate more memories with it. So I agree with this decision. Put up boundaries, put up walls. Don't emotionally invest in the anger that surrounds this situation, if at all possible. Okay? Do what you need to do on your side of the fence for technical reasons. Okay. But try not to let the surrounding pushback and anger get to you. Okay? If at all possible. Don't get me wrong, you'll have your moments. You're going to have your moments, I know, where you're just gritting teeth. But, okay, just do keep that in mind. 7 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Strength. You are trying to keep open to the best possible opportunities as it represents your foundation. So you understand that your foundation is super important to you. It's the core, and you're remaining open to how to keep the core intact in terms of stability, function, and your connectivity as it concerns family, friends, community. You're saying you're being open and strong for the foundation. And it's what you have to do for yourself about what constitutes your priorities at this time. You're saying your foundation is everything to you, and the only way you remain open positively at this point is to keep that foundation in mind. You're saying it's what gives you strength and one of the features that makes you who you are. I completely understand. So that's what I want you to do, is keep yourself emotionally open positively to that which counts. Okay? You remember that at the end of the day when shit gets really real. This is what counts. This is what I'm being strong for. Okay? Very good. That was some good advice there. What are your principles? What do you believe in? What are you standing up for? And how are you fighting for yourself appropriately? The facade, false beliefs. How so? Someone is holding a very false belief that this still has a renewal or a shot in hell. I see. We have the idea loosely constructed here of a false empress, someone who's upside down, no longer wears the crown. The offer of Venus upside down, that's kind of serious. So there's that sense of I no longer see the best of beauty or love in this situation, or anti-empowerment, or they suck all these elements out of the room. They're like a vacuum. It is, instead of being loving, generous, and affable, it is the opposite of. It is demeaning, cruel, ungenerous, hateful. Okay? No longer. It's beautiful, generous, loving, the opposite of. Small, ungiving. And someone's wearing a very false belief, sporting a very false belief that there still has a chance in hell for this renewal. Oh, boo-boo. No, no, no. And meaningful coincidences for some of you. Just do be mindful of that. Memories. See, that's what I'm saying. It's still here. There's the memories, the nostalgia. That 6 of Cups, it's meant to be sweet and beautiful. And if it's done well enough, the platform with this person, if it's done well enough, if it's strong enough, it has no reason to change. It remains loving and supportive. But there's the shadow side there. Someone has yet to work through why they're fighting for this at all, and why it has to be so angry and volatile. It defeats the purpose of keeping someone around, just because now you're putting them in a position to hate you anyway. And if we don't do our shadow work, we remain ignorant of these things. You know, so it's like you telling this person, just to simplify it, You hurt me. And they're like, no, I didn't. And let me get in your face to tell you how I didn't. So they're adding to the hurt and adding to the ignorance. That's their memories with you these days. Yeah, no. That's too much. No. No, no, no. Okay. We have the letter D, U. We have the cat upside down and in reverse, not listening to the intuitive self at all. We have the sign of snowflake, Scorpio energy, then also the sense of winter. Might be a time of rebirth and or transformation for some of you. And then the octopus. You know, the octopus is a powerful creature in mythology, as it represents the vastness, specifically the unknown of the ocean. And there's so much about the ocean that is largely unknown, but the octopus is at the head of all those things. And you can either see that vastness as terrifying, or I don't know what's in there, but I want to find out. You can either be intimidated by everything you don't know, including the scary feelings, or you can get in there and figure them out. Anyway. All right, Aries, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on for Aquarius? Show me Aquarius, please. What's going on? Nine of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Okay. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Justice. Interesting. Okay. Knight of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Moon. All right. All right. As I say, you're trying to make an effort here, but you have a kind of level of disbelief. So I see you detaching quite a bit from your effort to try. It pleases you to try a little bit, but not a lot. Nine of Cups, this is a sense of wish fulfillment based on how we love the self. And you're saying how I love myself suggests I will give something to this, but not a lot. You know, I would like to give something to it, time, energy, and effort here in the Four of Pentacles, whatever that is to you. Page of Wands, and it's like, here's something. Here's something. I mean, this is what I can give you. This is what I can afford to give you, but don't expect too much. I mean, it's kind of straightforward. It's what I would associate with that Aquarian energy. It's like, this is what I got to work with. You know? So, but you mean it. As far as I can tell, you honestly mean that. I don't think you're trying to be withholding to be cruel. It's kind of like, this is what I can afford to give you. And I'm happy to give you this portion, so I hope you're happy with it too. Let's talk about that. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Justice. Someone from a much more practical point of view. Someone from a much more give and take, karmically speaking, fairness, justice point of view says, okay, let's fix this, let's resolve it. Is coming across as a technical legal, okay? It does not have to be, but that's how it's coming. It's so practical. It's borderline logistical here. Like, this is how we can even things up. This is how we can pay the bill. This is how we can technically work through this, okay? And like I said, you're open to suggestion. You're open to giving to this, but not a lot. You're mildly curious about what this person has to say and or present, but you're not over the moon about it, okay? I don't know. Parts of you are pleased, but it's almost like you're saying, I want to give as little to this as possible and still feel good about it. And I don't know how else to put that. But it seems like someone is rushing in to try to give you what that is, whatever that is to you. All right. They really want to balance it. They really want to make it as fair as possible. Knight of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Moon. Speaking of the moon and not being over the moon, there's just some things here that you are emotionally dissatisfied and or disgruntled with, and you're not in a position to talk about it. I don't see you talking about it with this person. I think you're keeping your cards, well, no pun intended, close to your chest. And okay, I understand that. We don't always play our hand right away, but this has more to do with how you feel, how you really feel about this particular subject and what this person's trying to do. You're like, that's not up for discussion right now. In fact, they can't cross that line. I won't let them. You're keeping how you really feel literally how you really feel under the moon or secret to you. So that's an active secret. It's not the unconscious there. You are aware of it. I don't know if you're going to lend more to your feeling on this particular subject later. That seems to be up to you or at your discretion. It's almost like you're saying, I want you to figure out how you're supposed to please me. And so far, you're on the right track. But I'm not going to give you any hints or indications that you're going there. Or that you're doing well. You know, I'll let you know more as you continue to accomplish this. So I don't know what this is to you. I have no idea, Donna. It is some sort of contract and or balance that this person's trying to meet your needs. Technically and legally, possibly otherwise. And you don't want to, it's, you know what it's reminding me of? I don't know how else to put this. I'm trying to put it into words. You know how it is when you've been in that position of home buying and you try not to look too pleased, but you're like, this is pretty good. This one's pretty good, but I can't show that. Because you got to negotiate later, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows that if you like the house well enough and it meets the needs and it kind of more or less fits that financial criteria, everybody knows, just like going to buy a car, negotiation's going to come up. And I think that's why you're giving me indications, or at least to this person or their efforts, specifically their efforts, that you're on the right track. But I'm not going to let you know that just yet. I got to continue to see results before I tell you how I really feel. Now, you're pointing me back to an emotional process and experience, and they're like, this is what I'm doing on the surface, that you can see it. Okay? Trying to balance this up and make it fair. And so, well, so far you're on the right track. But you're not letting them the full weight of it either. I think you want to see more proof of motion in that respect of balancing. It's like you're waiting cautiously to make sure that this is sliding in your favor. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. How interesting. How very, very interesting this one is. And also very, very peculiar. So it's going to be one of those, it's either makes sense to you or it doesn't, honey. Don't force it to fit. When people say that doesn't make any sense, that means it wasn't yours. See how easy that is? Check your other placements. You're done. All right. 3 of Cups, Temperance, the 9 of Wands. Yeah. You're trying to remain open-spirited towards this, but it's hard for you. It's really hard for you. You're having to literally temper your temper. Okay. And connecting to this, even if it's in the smallest of ways, 3 of Cups, you're like, I'm really trying to control my temper on this one. I need to be patient. Okay? And I've got to remind myself not to block this. There's something about this where you're like, I'm so tempted just to emotionally shut this down and not work with it at all. So you're like, I guess this is better than nothing, and I hope that they appreciate that. I don't know what that is. Their emphasis is on practicality, legality, bringing something together in a way that's fair to both parties in the 3D world. And you're like, well, they're on the right track. Let's hope they don't screw it up. Because it's not going to take much for you to really, really block this, and you have to keep reminding yourself, hang in there. Hang in there. Rome wasn't built overnight. You're like, you say you have a responsibility to try to connect with this, even if it frustrates you, or you're kind of tempted to block it. You have to keep reminding yourself not to. Now is not the time. There might be results in this that are still favorable to you. It's kind of like that. Okay? Okay. It's like, I might get the offer I want, but it's not easy. I don't know. But I have to agree with the advice. Something about this isn't complete yet. You know that. The results are still coming in. About what that fairness means. And man, you are so tempted to shut this whole thing down. It needs a little bit more time, important conversation, because the offer, see, I'm not saying it the offer of Venus, like I just saw with Aries, and this came out in the reverse, and for appropriately, it was in the reverse. I'm just saying the word offer. There's an important conversation about the offer here, and it does imply a certain level of generosity, trying to be kind and or sweet, but specifically generous. It does not feel like a feminine energy, but someone who is trying to show generosity in their offer. And there's an important conversation about that, okay? Coming up for some of you, absolutely. Let's see. I'm not feeling inclined towards the coffee cup oracles. I've did it a couple of times, but we'll pull one for you, see how it goes. I don't know. Sometimes the oracles, the different ones, they speak to me for different reasons. That's why I have them there, but I may not necessarily use them. I don't feel like yours is needed, but yeah, see, if there's love here or new love from the heart, I'm not seeing it, okay? Perhaps some of you feel obligated to whatever this is until it can clean up and clear up, and this will be your new focus and or direction. It's like this technical thing is literally hanging between me and pursuing other things. That's what it feels like, maybe, if that makes sense to you at all. The love and new love. That's why I didn't want to pull it, because it didn't quite fit. If that's there, it's going to be further out. I don't think this is someone you're trying to give a chance to get their shit together in love. I don't think that's it. It doesn't feel like that. It just doesn't feel like that. It just doesn't feel like that. Whatever this is, it's close to a cleanup position. And perhaps that's what we want out of the way so we can look at other things, or rather feel other things, okay? Because you've already shown me an emotional lockdown around this particular subject. I sincerely doubt whatever this is evoking tones of love or new love. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do some charms. Okay, we have the letters W. We have NS, W and S. We have the wreath in reverse. For some of you, this might get tied up by the end of the holiday season, okay? There you go. But yeah, I feel like it's in a closing position. This person wants to make sure it's closing correctly, okay? Yeah. And then with that, we have an opening, I believe. We have the bat in reverse. We're not trying to signal into this. We're not trying to tune into it. It's not what we're trying to pursue, but you're still feeling the obligation to show up towards it. I think it's in your best interest if you continue to try. I do. There's something there about you need to see the results for yourself. We have a big heart here. Now, for some of you, like I said, loosely translated, we want this out of the way so we can focus on other things. Okay? We have the dragon in reverse and upside down. Don't want to pursue this, and you're not trying to impose your will or be dominant or overly aggressive with it. Okay? We have the medallion of, let's see, we have Gemini here. It's in the reverse. No. Sorry. It's Pisces. The medallions here were not imprinted very well on their back, and so therefore Geminis and Pisces looks a little too much the same on these coins. You can't see that though. I'm sorry, this is a medallion of Pisces in the reverse, the keyword here being intuitive. Very good. And then we have the medallion of Taurus in the reverse as well, the incentivizer. Okay. All right, Aquarius, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. I have to admit, I did like your portion a great deal for the Intimate Tarot Thursday check-in we did. It was really nice. Beautiful, I would say. So, if you didn't check that out, perhaps you should. Yeah. What is going on? Show me. Show me, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini? Show me, Gemini. Show me, Gemini. What is going on, please, for Gemini? Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. All right, some regrowth. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Okay. Ten of Wands, Eight of Wands, Knights of Pentacles. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. I see that you are trying to recover from something that has been very, difficult, of course. Really trying to remain emotionally unavailable to a painful situation. I know you told yourself to walk away from it. It is what it is. Leave it alone. And you've been able to manage, coax baby steps to kind of get yourself back on track here with the Seven of Pentacles. It's not stagnation. It's just simply, I'm trying to focus on my shit right now. Just leave me alone. I'm just trying to cultivate what I know to be true. Okay, I want to get back in touch with my roots here. I'm trying to regrow. Just everybody leave me alone. Because there's some, I don't know it's an ending, but it's a painful situation that you're trying to, again, not emotionally invest in it. Honey, you were already affected by it. You might as well allow yourself to feel the feelings of it because they're attached to you anyway. They're there, you know. That's something, I'm not saying live for pain. I'm not saying you got to live through pain all day, every day. What I'm saying is allow yourself to feel it. If you really are just trying to rebuild and focus on your personal sense of structure and stability and security, you may as well feel the feelings, okay? Just don't overly indulge. Take a little portion of it every day and allow yourself to feel it, okay? You either pay for it now in terms of doing what you need to do, or you pay for it later when it's still affecting you how many years later, right? I'm more about prevention than curing, right? Just take a little more time for you. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Swords, and you can see why I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I have a couple of pages here trying to communicate. At some point, I think that this is an influence of someone outside of you. Someone here is responsible for self-deception. And it doesn't seem like a lot. I know, it never does. But more or less the rough equivalent here is I'm not thinking about that, and I'm not worried about it. I don't think about it at all. Which is technically true from someone's point of view. Because if they want to believe that over a page of swords, then they're gonna. So that's how these things start. And someone's like, I don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about me. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. That never plays out well. Okay. So I know it just seems like a page. It's no big deal. It's just a little thought. That little thought has room to grow into a belief system. And then once that starts, honey, you stop tending your garden and then you just realize it's full of weeds as opposed to, say, productive growth of any type. So that's no good. And I know someone's playing into that. I see an energy here that wants the reassurance that all is well from, I believe you. And I believe that's you. It's not an accusation. I'm not going like this. It's just I'm saying your response, given what I've seen here. Based on what I've seen here, I think your response to whoever it is that's checking on you, like, I'm fine. There's nothing to think about. No, I'm not in pain. I'm just doing my thing. Can I just do my thing, please? How about you mind your business? I'm fine. I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. So, like I said, we pay the interest at the end of the day. Human beings are terribly, terribly equipped for self-sabotage. For 1,000 reasons we are. Ego, pride, deniability. That I got hurt this bad for this long. I can't have that. I got to reject that. That can't be true. That can't be true. That means there's something wrong with me. Okay? So we're going to reject all that shit. Okay, that's what human beings do. Don't do it to yourself. I don't know what you were in that was so painful. Your 3D efforts to recover are real. I respect that. Okay? But remember, you're part of the process. You're in a position to prevent any more damage. I want you to take that. Okay? You ain't got to lie like that. 10 of Wands. I don't know. I could care less who you're telling you're fine to. Point is, it's a lie. Everything begins with a self. You start lying to you. Where does it stop? That's my point. Your garden's going to get taken over by weeds. So stop the process now. And you say, you know what? I'm not fine. I'm actually pretty fucking devastated. It hurts. Because that's, whoever's making the inquiry, that's probably what they actually want to know. Okay? Just FYI. 10 of Wands. And if it's that person that hurts you, you can tell them that too, because it's still the truth, isn't it? Yeah, I actually hurt all the time. Thanks for that. And it might come out sarcastic and snarky. Okay? That just means you have room to grow and heal. But yeah, if that person who helped hurt you checks on you because they need reassurance, And you can tell them the truth. It's your truth. Who are you trying to spare? Anyway, that's enough. Sorry. I'm worried. I'm a little worried. I don't know if you picked up on that. Hi, my name's Christina. Okay. So if this isn't yours, don't worry about it. Check your other placements. This one may not be yours. It's all right. 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. I'm starting to see the flow of your conversation change, which is good. Good. Don't get me wrong. It's an admission of hardship, but at least you're talking about it. Do you see the improvement there? Yeah, it's hard. And some days I can't get moving. It's slow as hell. But now we're talking about it. Here's the truth. That's what I'm advocating for. You can swing in this direction and it will take you miles away from where you're supposed to be. Or you can start saying, this is hard, but I'm doing it. And that's your new line of conversation. Okay? The honest one. All right. That's all I want for you, honey, because let me tell you, tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. Yeah? You can take that and run with it forever. All right? So don't let that be your story. Let's get some advice, please. And it's not like this forever, guys. This is a snapshot in time. Snapshot. Days, weeks, months, you know? But it shouldn't be like this forever. That's why I tell people sometimes we'll check up on you next week, see how you're doing. Because the energy shifts and changes. Okay? That's the way it should be. Let's get some advice, please, for Gemini. Page of Swords. Good night. Yeah. So please, there's a reason I said please be careful. Please be careful because it's showing up again. Just please be careful. This juncture where you're so tempted to lie to any, I don't care who the Page of Wands is. I don't care. I don't care who it is. I don't care. Be it your BFF you've known for 20 years or the person that hurts you. I don't know. And it may not be intimately that way either. I don't know. I don't care. Point is that you get to choose your level of participation. You can lie to yourself and you can take it too far because it's coming from pain. Or you can indeed start talking about how hard it actually is. And you can turn that around. You know that need to lie right there? Do you see where it's coming from? You got hurt. Okay? It hurts. There's nothing wrong with admitting that. It's the truth, isn't it? There's something very seductive, guys, about what we call poetic pain. That's a nice little flourishing way of saying, this hurts and I've been seduced by it. Let's talk about pain forever. Is that you? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to be? Then cherry on top, you deny it all? No. We don't want to do that. It is so tempting, guys. Pain like that is so seductive. You ever meet those people who wear their bleeding heart like a badge of honor? They hurt me 20 years ago, and I'm still crying for them. Well, it sounds like you've made some interesting life choices. Oh, that's not plural. You made an interesting life choice, and you stuck with that forever. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to form an acquaintanceship with you, because I think you're going to have one line of conversation. That's what I'm talking about. You know that person? I've met a couple. They ain't staying friends very long, if at all. Okay. I don't want you to be like that. Nobody wants to be like that. But it takes self-awareness. It takes self-work to not do it, to not give in to that dark side, the seductive element of it. Regrets, unexpected methods, destined, you know. Yeah, there's regrets there. I know. Some of you had a very strong reaction to some news. It was supposed to come through. Destiny, tower, however you want to put it. It puts you into a place of regret, but the thing is, that was supposed to come through. It was supposed to come through. Okay? Whatever it is you weren't expecting, however it went down, it was supposed to come through. So give yourself that reassurance. You were meant to move not just away from this, but through it. Okay? You won't see it as being for your good right now, I know. But there's something here about the timing. I just got done explaining to Aquarius. I don't always use them all. I just don't feel compelled to. But every now and again I'll get a hint, a glimmer. This one's the timing oracle. What is this? November for some of you. Last November, upcoming November might be very important. I don't know why. Okay, Gemini, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on for Libra? Show me Libra, please. What's going on for Libra? Okay. The Knight of Wands, Six of Swords, and Temperance. Okay. Cooling off your jets. Don't know what's up, but I like it though. It makes sense to you. Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Okay. Okay, there you are. The Empress, Six of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. You know, you'll be better equipped to handle whatever this is later, just not right now. So, the Knight of Wands, Six of Swords, Temperance. There's something here for which you were absolutely crazy about, wild about, maybe even passionate about. Okay, but you're like, I gotta get away from that. And Six of Swords with Temperance, that's absolutely beautiful. It's a peaceful construct in your soul that says, I need to put some spiritual distance between me and that which turns me on. So it's something that's pointing backwards in the past. So what I'm seeing for you today is forward this way, okay? And you know, I got to cool off from that. I got to cool off from that. I'm showing it too much energy, or I'm too crazy about it, I'm too passionate about it, but there's something about it that says I need to cool down, or I need to temper myself better. Or, you know what, it's not all that. Because it is positive energy, but like all energies, it depends on what we were doing with it. So if you associate that positive sense of optimism and rush of energy, the light, the heat, with something negative, then perhaps it was. You're like, I got to get away from that. Okay. Six of Swords, Temperance, gave yourself a timeout, spiritual timeout to kind of soothe yourself, soothe your spirit, in particular, those energies that you might have felt was running too wild or too hot. Okay? And you did a good job of cooling off, if you will. All right? You did a good job, and that's going to continue to play into this. Two of Cups, Four of Cups, Seven of Cups. You're like, look, real talk, Libra. I love this. I love this thing. I love this person. I love this emotionality I have with them. But the fact of the matter is, we're upset. And I think that's where I'm seeing the cooling element for you. Because it wasn't just the heat or the intensity or the passion. Your feelings are involved. You recognize this. You see it. And that was part of your soothing or cooling off effect. Is that you took the necessary time out to be like, look, I love this. But it's not on the same page. I can see that now. That's what I was open towards. That's what I was really open towards. Not the heat, not the passion, not the rush. I was open towards emotions. And Four Cups in this respect is in that position of not being on the same page with somebody emotionally. And it caused upset. It caused upset. Okay? Now, you can be not emotionally on the same page with somebody in a family dynamic, in a friend dynamic. But this one evoked feelings of passion, heat, intensity, and what we had really hoped was a shared union, something that is fair and square with the Two of Cups, you know. And you're like, okay, there it is. That's the origin. I figured it out. And you did. And that's the beauty of temperance. It takes time. Temperance equals time. So it does take time here, and it took patience, but you figured out the origin of it, where the disappointment was coming from, why you had to separate yourself from it, why you had to disengage your more excited heat or passion-based energies from it, is you took the time out, and this is what I wish everyone would do. This is why I had to get away from it. I'm experiencing emotional disappointment in this. I had hoped it was like this because that's what I feel, but this is how it actually played out. And there it is. It's very honest of you. You really took the time to understand your feelings. Good job. Not everybody's comfortable with that process. The Empress, Six of Cups, there you are. There's that union, Ten of Swords. You are still connected to this in that respect of it seems to be some sort of soul bond. But yeah, whatever this union is, you're still connected to it soul-wise, emotionally, and it is a source of pain, possibly an ending. The point is that, do you see your position in it now? Okay. You understand in some way that this connection, no matter how disappointing or painful, empowered you. Because now you understand yourself more than when you entered it or exited it. Because now you know who you are. This connection, whatever it is, taught you some things. Taught you things about yourself, your emotionality, particularly your growth. It taught you how to heal in some respects, how to look at things critically, understand them. And it empowered you because you understand what it is to you. That's no guarantee of how they relate to it or how they understand it, but it's you we're looking at today, not them. They'll always be connected to it too. And what they learn from it is their business. What you learn from it is that, you know what, this connection, as painful as it was, it taught me some things. It allowed me to grow up spiritually. It allowed me to grow up emotionally. And I can claim that now. And you can kind of say that this connection might have been worth it for that reason. Okay? Let's get some advice, please. Not that I think you need it. I think you've done a great job. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Okay, Page of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah, that's amplification right there. So while it may not seem like it's a big deal at first, Page of Swords, but you see the amplified knowledge base as well as the feeling base. So you had a lot of growth. Okay, a lot of growth, and that's going to continue. But look how much more solid you think and feel about yourself now. Okay, we went from I don't know nothing, I don't know why this happened, to I know what's up. I get it now. Okay, that's all personal growth. Like I saw right here. Again, you understand what this connection means to you now. And why some of you will be like, I wouldn't take it back. It couldn't have been any other way. It taught me about me. And the best connections do, regardless if they're in your life still. Because they still are. It's on us, however, to learn from them. I have nothing conclusive here other than your own particular sense of emotional growth and thinking and spiritual growth, which is a nice confirmation, guys. It is a good one. Okay? I didn't see too much 3D here. That wasn't really the point. It was a push and pull dynamic. Okay? That would explain why you felt like you know nothing about it and why you're helpless and why you had to push away from it. That was the only way you could learn from it. Okay? Too much push and pull. Stay present. Yeah, I know. That's one of the best things, especially when you have to leave something behind and you understand it's in your best interest. Even though you don't get it, try to stay present. Okay? Appreciate gratitude in the moment, your own particular abundance, and what it is that you bring to the world. And that will help you better understand whatever the heck this was. There's a celebration. Listen to your intuition. Celebrate how far you have come. Listen to your intuition. You know it's true. You know what I'm saying is true. And celebrate that. Celebrate yourself. How much you have learned and so on. Okay, let's go ahead and pull something from the coffee cup. The wolf, cunning, stealth. Very cunning, very smart. Perhaps some of you are very stealthy. Perhaps some of you abide by the moon. Interesting. Sharp survival power. Okay. Some of you might have concluded that whatever this was a matter of power stakes and being strong and being stealthy and being smart, and there was too much power play here, no result. There was always a constant sense of anxiety and tension, but no clear results. There was a pressure here to understand, but it never made any sense. Some of you feel like you were pursued for no reason, hunted for no... That's the part some of you get hung up on. Why was I pursued? Why was I pursued? And why did I pursue? Because it was constantly push and pull. It never made any sense. Whatever this is, you know, came for me. It... Were they playing me? It was cunning. It was stealthy. You had reason to believe that you were being pursued, or that you had reason to pursue this. But it was a bunch of... So you couldn't tell, you got mixed signals in the end? Witch, magic, curse. You know, how you view intuition and the spiritual arts is entirely up to you, like all things. You can either see something as a gift, an opportunity, or a curse. Like all energies, it comes down to how you use them and interpret them. If you interpret something poorly from your point of view, you will indeed see it and experience it that way. The same is true if it's in the reverse. So the more that you understand your intuitive powers are going to lend to things like healing and insight and growth, then so shall it be. If you see it as something that is a curse in nature, or it wears upon you, then that's what you will experience. Okay, so do be careful about that mindset. And do be aware of what it is that you attract, because it shows the parts of you that have yet to heal. But it also can equally show you what it is you should be attracting, and therefore what your worth is. Again, it works both ways. Okay? If you're worth more than being pursued, stealthy, and push and pull energy, then you are, and you should know that. Okay? It's not really the power to attract here that counts. Where is it coming from? All right. Anybody can attract, honey. Attraction's easy. Attraction ain't shit. You know, it's knowing, is it worth you? The letter L, we have the medallion of Sag in the reverse, the keyword here being optimist. We have the hot air balloon in reverse. For a long period of time, perhaps it looks like you could not see below or look down from a height to understand what the heck was going on. I bet once upon a time, none of this made any sense to you. And then you made progress. Okay, and then the bat, particular signals, honing in on the truth of things. You needed distance in order to see this for what it was. I understand. All right, Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on? Show me, Taurus, please. What's going on for Taurus? What is going on for Taurus, please? The Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Six of Swords, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Tower. Oh my goodness. Wow. I see you making some interesting choices. I'm not saying that in a way that it's wrong. I'm just saying, wow, because I don't know how else to put it for you. It's wow. It's almost admirable, because I see you declining one thing, or at least bare minimum putting it off so you can pursue something else. But it's wild to be like, I don't know what to do with that Ace of Pentacles. So I'm not saying that was easy for you, but it's from your point of view that I'll get back to it. So that's cool. I mean, that's interesting. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. You're like, how about that new opportunity? How bad do I want it right now? You're surveying the land. You're like, I think I'm good where I'm at. So if there is a new opportunity in work or otherwise, and you've been thinking about it, you're like, it's okay. I'm not in a position to like jump for it right now. I don't really want to. I'm not inclined to. You're saying it's nothing that can't wait, or it's nothing that you can't pursue later. Now, whatever later is to you, that's entirely up to you. I have no idea. But you seem to be fairly confident in this idea of, if it means something to me, I'll look at it later. It's not hitting your priority list right now, which is interesting for you. But you know what is interesting? You're like, I've decided to move in a different direction with the Six of Swords. So I see you making a clear, distinct decision between this opportunity, which is okay, but it's not hitting your fancy right now. You know, so I'm going to put that later. And you're like, Six of Swords, we're going to go over here real quick. And I'm like, well, where are you going? You're like, love. And I don't know why that's hitting my funny bone, but it just is, because it's so opposite of what you would traditionally understand Taurus to be about. You're like, Ace of Pentacles, those are common as the day is long. Love. Now that's where it's at. So that's where the Taurus I'm looking at. There's just something here you're leaving behind. You're like, it's not important. And if it is important, I'll get back to it later. I mean, it's so casual for you. It's just wild to me. That's cool though. It's interesting. I don't get surprised too often, so that's pretty interesting. And you're like, I'm over here now. I'm all about that King of Cups. I'm all about the Ace of Cups. And it's just so blunt. I love that though. I love that it's so blunt. And this is like a no pressure sitch. You're comfortable parting ways with it, even if it's temporary. Again, I'll get to it later. Attitude over here. So that's how comfortable you are with that ace, whatever that is. And then the King of Cups over here at the Ace of Cups. Now that's fun. I don't know, but it's love though. It's love. It's pure love. It's gorgeous love. It's very self-possessive love in that respect. The King of Cups is very claiming. So the elements here, your element is here with the King of Pentacles, King of Cups. The King and Queen of any particular element have that responsibility of maturity attached to it. So in the fullness of one's heart and respect to it, you know, we have this strong inclination of this is how I feel and 0 fucks given. You know, and that's the interest here is love. Pursuing it, new love, I don't know. You know, you take that as it resonates, but like I'm going on a journey. And it's called love. So that's interesting. And down here, I see you kind of, frankly, breaking down your own sort of status quo, which is wild. I mean, again, if I had known you were going to be showing me this today, honey, I would have, I don't know, gotten out the little banner, some confetti. I don't know. I mean, it's like you're breaking your own status quo here. You're like, I would typically do this, Christina. I know that's what you were expecting from me. I know. I'm crazy like that. But we're going to do this now. And that's your tower. You authorized it. Like you literally authorized it. So that was great. You're like, typically this is what I would show energy for. And you showed me that right back here. You're like, I would typically do that. But you caught me on an off day. And you know what? I like my off day. It feels good. That's the whole point of an off day. You know, you kind of take off from yourself and you think you're going to do this. And yeah, you end up going over here. It's pretty sweet. I recommend it. Look at you. What's up, Big Chill? All right. So look at that. You broke your own status quo here. And you're pleased. You're pleased. You know what you would normally do, practically speaking. You typically know where your energy goes. But you're like, not today. Not today. So good luck to you on that adventure and pursuing that. It's so unapologetic and so 0 given. It's admirable. I mean, that's your tower. I typically see you subject to towers. I typically see, what I don't usually see for you is going like, bing. I did that. That's great. It's almost cheeky. I love it. Let's get some advice for you. Man, what's up? I like that. Look at this Taurus. Look at you. You're like, it's an Ace of Pentacles. It ain't going nowhere. I love that. Look at that attitude, but not attitude. There's really not attitude in here. It is just a very easy consideration for you, and that it's not really a priority. I know it exists. This is where I need to be, and it's a beautiful declaration. There's not attitude on it. It's just the way you distinguish it though for yourself. It's like, yeah, I'm going outside my own norm, and it feels good. Good for you. Anyway, let's get some advice for you. The World, the Magician, and the Page of Cups. Yeah. Your manifestation energy shifted not too long ago, and it doesn't look dramatic. It really doesn't. It was going to be one of those soft and subtle closings, and therefore soft and subtle openings. That's what I'm saying. There's no real attitude on it. There's no pressure. It's just, well, I used to manifest over here, and now I'm going to manifest over there. So that's what I'm doing these days. Well, good for you. There's a manifestation. It's like, no, I'm not putting any of my energy into it. I'm going over here now. I mean, look at you. I love it. It's so subtle in its own way. And I appreciate that because it's unapologetic, yes, but it's also subtle. It's not brash. It's not brazen. You're like, no, I did that. It's awesome. Cool. I mean, I don't know what else is there to say, honey. I mean, good luck to you. Good luck on your endeavor. You know, I don't know how long that Six of Swords transition will take, you know, but you seem to have an idea, and that's what matters. All right? But good luck to you regardless. A secret admirer and at the crossroads. Yeah, it's not so secret. I think you know where your heart's supposed to be. That's too strong of a heartbeat. You know, that pulse is very distinct. So it's not really so secret, but the idea behind it is more of the love energy. And you were at the crossroads, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Spirit. We're at that crossroads between that choice and this one. You shifted your energetic focus, and it was done so subtly. Or you might have been in that situation where you didn't even know you were doing it until you were doing it. That's how subtle it was. Such a fine line, a fine hair in those crossroads. But yeah, no, you made your decision. And it even surprised you just a little bit. It's like, I would normally do that, but, you know. Hey, I'm Taurus. Don't try to put me in a box. I do that myself. I don't mean that to be mean. It's just like you literally will create your own box because it's comfortable to you, which means no one else can mess with said box, right? Unless it's you. That's how that works. No. What's going on? Anything else here, please? Yeah, now. Now, if you live in the Northern Hemisphere, absolutely. We are at the time of autumn and the harvest is upon us as we enter October. So it's happening now. Good job on your crossroads, honey. This is great. This is wonderful. I love it. It's so simple. It's so subtle. It has its own particular flavor. I don't think we need too much here from the Coffee Cup Oracle, but, you know, there's something in here, I think. Say the heart. I swear to God. This reminded me that Ford Taurus, right? The car. Saw one of those the other day. It has a very distinct shape. You can't mistake it. Like, they were very popular like 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago, but not a new car is my point. And I was driving a couple days ago, and honey, I did a double take. I went, it was a pink Pepto-Bismol pink Ford Taurus. And I couldn't help, I had a little chuckle. It was so involuntary. I went, not in a way that was disrespectful, but because it was just so mind-blowing. When you drive it, you don't expect to see a 15-year-old, but it was, I think the paint job was new. But regardless, you don't expect to see a 15-year-old Ford Taurus in pink. And there you go. I mean, that would coincide with this. Taurus recently, because pink is the color of love and romance. There you go. For some of you, perhaps that was confirmation. Let me tell you, it gave me a chuckle too, because I'm like, you know what? That's the human spirit for you. People have got to be people. They have got to express themselves. And I get that. I'm like, you know what? Somebody is rocking in this world a pink Ford Taurus. And for some reason, that just made me happy. I don't know why. It was nice. It's cool. Birds, little news, messages, yeah. Birds were talking. Oh, the dove. Peace, serenity. It's in the reverse now. Perhaps some of you are in that position at the crossroads where it feels like it's a not peaceful decision. That's going to change, okay? As you get more comfortable with your decision, it will go into an active place of peace, okay? And of surrendering to the spirit or the motion of the thing. That's the idea. Sadness, female, the opposite of. Old woman is in reverse. In other words, does not meet the characteristics as defined in this card. The opposite of an old woman. Someone who has youth, vitality, charm, likability, laughability, lovability. Someone who is not captured by sadness. Someone who is not resigned to the sense of being forgotten, seen, or withering. It's the opposite of this. Okay. Someone who's more open and promising and loving. Okay. The opposite of. All right? All right. We have the letter R, And 3 medallions, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn. Some of you might have some very prominent placements in your chart, otherwise connecting one, possibly. And then we have the wreath once more in reverse. It's the time before winter or before the gift-giving holiday season, as we've seen here in autumn. Okay, so things seem to be happening or in motion now. If you feel restless about that decision now, trust me, it'll smooth out the more you engage with that decision, which is typically how this thing... I bet it was disruptive, honey. I bet that decision was weirdly disruptive to you because you're like, I know what I would normally do, and apparently I'm going off the radar now. So I can see where you feel like you're not at ease with the decision yet. That'll come in time the more you engage with it. Okay? All right, Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on? Show me, Virgo. What's going on for Virgo, please? What's going on for Virgo? Let's do one more. Show me, Virgo, please. All right. Ten of Cups, the Page of Swords, King of Cups. Oh, okay. All right. 7 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Temperance, 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, to be honest. Okay. To be clear, you're showing me the fullness of one's heart. Okay. Mature love of the self and whomever it is that you claim as part of that emotional sense of self. You know, I love this without apology. This is who I am, or this is what I feel. More to the point. Okay. And your 10 of Cups, your emotional dynamic with others, family, friends, spouses, kids, whatever, that's important to you. But you're saying you're trying not to give that too much attention these days. Someone in there is causing a bit of a ruckus. And you're trying to listen more to your feeling as opposed to what other people might think or feel about you. And by other people, there's at least one other person that you're at odds with or currently at tension with. And it's not like you're saying that's not important, but you're also saying you don't want it to take away from what you're feeling now. So there's less focus. You know, typically I see people turn around quite a bit and put more focus onto their support systems, which again is broadly defined like the 10 of Pentacles is, except it's the 10 of Cups. People we're supposed to be connected to right here. Again, family, friends, spouses, kids. You're saying, I'm trying not to overly participate in that right now. I need to focus more on what I'm feeling. And here's why. It's kind of like if you... There's a cup in here that you anticipate if you connect to it, it will cause you grief. So it's almost like you're saying, you're like a living version of, I got to do me, or I got to be me right now. Because when I'm connected to you, you bring me down. Okay, it's like, don't bring me down, Bruce, except this person, this is song, if you're not familiar. I have to stop. It's like, oh yeah, that's an older reference, Christina. Younger people may not know what the hell that is. I always have to remind myself of that. 7 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 2 of Cups. You know, there is someone here who is important to you, but you're saying being connected to them takes away from your experience as a person. You're saying it's hard to be connected to them sometimes. So you're putting less focus on your intimate circle these days. And I know it's correct for you because your heart feels a lot bigger when it just focuses on itself. Okay? So I'm sorry that you seem to be at odds with at least one person in your emotional support system. But it's like being connected to them, Christina, stresses me out. And I hate that I have to put walls up. I hate that I have to put walls up around my heart. And that's why I don't want to be connected to them, at least not right now, because I'm feeling so much more than anger and frustration. I'm feeling so much more than anxiety. I want to feel the good things, not just the negative things. So there is someone here in your intimate circle that when you connect with them, they just bring you down. And I'm sorry, you know? So I think you might be right in this context to give yourself some distance and or space from this because there's so much more you want to feel that's not negative, is my point. Okay? And by the way, you're saying you've got healing to do on your own. You're saying you've been negatively affected too. And that's why you need some distance. Because you don't want to stay that way. It's like, so long as I continue to remain connected to you right now, we're just going to continue to fight and put walls up towards each other. I'm personally exhausted of this, and you should be too. You're like, I need my space so I can heal my shit. I suggest you do the same. And you're doing that in your own kind of Virgo firm way. I see you enforcing the space because you need it. And I think you're right. I think whomever you're having a current negative association with, you're right to put space between yourself and them, at least for now. Will you get back to it? Maybe heal it, talk with them later? I'm sure. Whatever this is, it seems to be a part of your daily life at the known level. But that also tells me it's not going to get resolved anytime soon. Okay, because when you're connected to it, all I see is frustration and blockage and more stressful nights. So Temperance, Ten of Swords, Four of Cups. And I think you make a good point here. At least your energy's making a good point here. I've been negatively affected too. I've been hurt too. Not just by the situation, but also with you. And I don't want to keep feeling negativity. I don't want to keep feeling pain and sadness. So if we can't resolve this between us, I can at least pull myself aside and resolve it within myself first. And I agree with this, very much so. You can't heal with someone else if you don't understand where it's coming from in you. And the same is true for their side. And like I said, you're putting such a huge emphasis on the positivity and not just the negativity. And so I can kind of see why you've pulled back from the family structure or the friendship structure. It's not that it's not important to you. There's just some healing you need to do in your heart first before you try to do it with someone else. Because it's not clicking. It's just not clicking right now. Okay? Give yourself that space. And remember, this is absolutely correct. You've been affected too. Temperance, Ten of Swords, Four of Cups. But you know what? You didn't show me that in an opening. You're showing me I want to feel other things that are positive, not just the negative. And I need some space from you or this situation in order to do that. Because I've been hurt too, lest we forget. Okay? So I think that's good. How long you will be in this state of healing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think this situation is going to be resolved overnight. No. But it definitely needs some distance in order to figure it out. At least emotional distance and spiritual distance. Bare minimum. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. Man, you're not the only one who's shown me how they're going through it. I promise you, you're not the only one. But this one's a little bit more immediate, and I like how you have a support plan for yourself about what it is you need to do for yourself in the interim before knowing what happens next. So that's good. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice. Yeah, because if you keep standing off towards each other like that, you're just going to continue to get angry, bitter, anxiety-ridden results, as you have been. All right, let's get some advice, please. I completely agree with your decision down here. I do. It makes perfect sense to me because you have been hurt too. You're absolutely right about that. All right. Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Yeah, there's that sense of, gosh, there's something here that reinforces your idea of, I feel good when I stand up for me. Okay? There's a connection here at Six of Cups. Now, I don't know what that is to you. And someone whom you've known, most likely past orientation. So you've known them for a long time. You've shared memories, and they make you feel good. They make you feel seen as an individual specifically, and that makes you stand up a little straighter. I want you to connect to that person, okay? There's something about that energy, that person, whomever they are to you, they make you feel seen as an individual, as someone who's accomplished, as someone who is worth being connected to, someone who is worth the visibility, someone who recognizes your accomplishments as a person. I don't know who that is to you, but you've shared many a memory with them. And it's nostalgic. They bring out and remind you, and more to the point, reinforce some of your best qualities. I strongly recommend that you connect with them if you haven't in a while, or perhaps you will be soon. So again, that huge emphasis on I want to feel better things and I need to focus on my healing. This person can assist in this. They kind of remind you of who the heck you are. Okay. They don't seem to be immediately associated with this 10 and 2 of Cups. Okay. It's a good soul bond. It's a healthy one. They bring perspective about you. Okay. There's something to that, though. They see you as a person. As an accomplished person, whomever they are. 696. I don't know why they pointed that out to me, but 696. That's the numbers of the cards. Messages, dreams in reverse. We're not getting signals here. We're not getting an intuitive sense. We're too close to this. We're not dreaming so well these days, or sleep has been disruptive. I understand. Okay. A spy, watching, inspecting. I am. Yeah. Something's not clicking there. It's a control tactic. Someone uses their emotions as a control tactic. And there's the space. Ghosted. Take ghosting here with some flexibility. Remember, the oracles are little bridges between the main points. The ghosting here, I'm saying that as you getting some distance. It's not a full-on exit. It's just, there's something in here that doesn't sit right, man. Lady, Ace of Cups and control tactics. That's not good. Someone uses their emotions to keep someone else in check. That would explain why you need some distance. Once you catch on to that feeling, oh, does someone break into tears anytime I mention anything difficult as a way to control the subject and therefore shut it down? That's a control tactic. Oh, as soon as I mention an issue that's important to me, they go on about something that happened 5 years ago and they won't let it alone. That's a control tactic. Something here, right there, where you're insisting you need distance because something is so highly associated with negativity and only negativity from this person, but you can't put your finger on it except one thing, is that you've been hurt too and that you need to heal and that you want to feel other things than just the negativity that comes from this person. They watch you like a hawk. You lose sleep over this. Oh, I don't want that at all. So I'm going to say ghosting, but a soft ghost. You need distance. Okay? The problem will not vanish on its own. That's not how this works. You take the time, use that time wisely. Okay? You still need to be in a position. No wonder they're advising you to connect to this person. They see you differently as you really are. Not differently as in you're a completely different person, as in they see you correctly versus this person, I think, or the situation. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Virgo, honey. It's interesting. I will sometimes see you guys hang back, and there's other times you guys make massive progress, and I don't quite know what this is. But it does hit a little different, I must say. Change, wheel, endings, and beginnings. One and the same. Shifting direction, wisdom keeper. Whale, that's you. You know better. Groom is in reverse. Husband, marriage is in reverse. Groom is in reverse. Some of you identify as the male. But someone who is not treated as a husband or someone who's part of a partnership. Someone who's always just, they feel like they have no room, no say. Always walking on eggshells. Take it for granted. I don't know. All the masculine concepts in reverse. Do you feel unstable? Perhaps someone here is being accused of being a poor husband or a poor marriage partner and they have no ground to stand on. I don't know. But it feels like, to me, we're in a false partnership of something. It's like, why am I, this isn't my role. It doesn't feel like my role. Okay, that's for some of you, not all of you. Interesting. Oh, we have the letter I. We have the zombie. Yeah, I would imagine control tactics of the emotional variety, emotional manipulation will be enough to exhaust anyone. And then we also have the big masculine glasses. Okay. All right, Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What is going on for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn, please. What is going on for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn, please. What is going on for Capricorn? Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Oh, look at that now. Yeah, the Hierophant, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Page of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you feel good about it. So long as you feel good about that decision, then I'm all for it, honey. I completely support you. Consider me your personal cheerleader on this one. Nine of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. You're saying it's like you're saying, look, I love this job. I love you, my boss, but I'm going to hand in notice. And I don't think it's going to be like a 2-week notice, but you are saying there's other things I need to explore at this time. And don't get me wrong, I love what I do. I love what I do. I love this. I love that. Love you. Okay. Because you're going about this super cool. Because I honestly think whatever it is that you are temporarily, at least minimum, temporarily leaving, you're like, this is a great gig, man. This is a great gig. You know, I like to pay. The benefits are excellent. It really suits my needs. You're like, having said that, we're going to take a little time off. It doesn't feel like a 2 weeks notice. But it feels like that's what it's accumulating to. You just don't know it yet. Because I see you over here really throwing yourself into something that you say it may not be as prestigious. It may not pay as much. But I got to try it. You know, it's coming across like that. You're like, I got to try it. So we have the Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting because you're showing me I can put my personal stamp on this. I can grow this thing. I can make it more than it is. I just need to get in there and dedicate myself towards it. And boom, baby, the results they're just going to go. They're just going to go. I know it. And you're like, you can't wait to stand next to it so you can start putting yourself into it and getting the results. So here's what I'm thinking. I think whatever this is, which you say has pleased you in many ways, has provided, and you have done well for it in many, many ways. You have gained a lot from it in terms of security, productivity, etc. You're like, that's awesome, that's chill. And I'm not trying to burn bridges with you, imaginary boss. Okay. I'm not giving you my 2 weeks notice. I'm just saying I might need 4 to 8 weeks off. And kind of like a sabbatical, but like a short one. And I'm going to take some time to go check this thing out over here. That's not your business, though. But I'm going to go check things out over here real quick. And this is a plan. This is absolutely a plan. It's very strategic. This is very Capricorn. You're like, I can't wait. Oh, I got to try this thing out. And as soon as you start engaging with it, you're like, I'm on board. I'm on board. And I think that's when you're going to look back on this and be like, give your final decision. You initially presented it as I'm just going to temporarily shift away from it. But once you really start putting work into this and you like it, you like how it's growing, you like specifically how it seems to appeal to you or call to you at a higher level. So while it may not be as fast producing as this, it has a lot more quality in it that speaks to you. And I think once you start putting yourself into it and you start seeing the payout or the payoff of it, there's a good chance you might permanently part ways with that. You know? But the initial upfront is, I just need 4 to 6, 8 weeks off because I got to check out that thing. Don't worry about that thing. It's fine. Don't worry about that. I'll be back. I'll be back. You can, you know, I'll be back. I think you went over here to try this thing out and you saw how super awesome it was for you. Again, it may not have all the bells and whistles as this opportunity does, but it means a lot more to you, particularly that you can put your stamp on it and expand upon it. So I'm just saying there's going to be some communication for you in future regarding your intentions. So the Page of Cups, Two of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, super simple. That is super simple conversation from the heart and sincerity about a decision made. You know, how things are going. Checking in future when you have more results to work with, you know what I mean? So you are definitely keeping the lines of communication open with this. I'm just saying, once you start this, you're going to get, I'm not going to say addicted, but you're going to commit to it sooner rather than later. And I think that prospect excites you. The promise of greater stability can be formed from this, and you might give this a final decision later, okay? But yeah, you're like, oh, conversation. That's a matter of time about my intents, my decisions. Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please, for Capricorn. See, I just saw on the split there, the Six of Swords, yeah, and the Hanged Man. You putting distance between yourself and that thing, you've been thinking about it for a while. But I also think that you didn't know what shape it would take until you were in it. And to say, you know, option B. Let's put it that way. Let's get some advice, please. The Sun, the Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, whatever this newness is, it warms you in all the right ways. You're showing me Pentacle energy, but for Earth signs, which of course you are, you can pack a lot into that pentacle, including your love energies, your feel-good energies, your spiritual self, etc. And you're saying this is the bee's knees. It makes you super, super happy. And you feel love for this situation, for yourself, and you like where your love feeling is going outwards. So for some of you, this represents the mechanics of day-to-day life that we would call work and or career. For others of you, it's a little closer to love energies. And perhaps for some of you, it's a little combination of both. Okay. But yeah, there you go. But I have to say, your reaction to it is correct. Okay, your advice is literally go with what you feel because it is making you happy. That's not a coincidence, Capricorn. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Listen to your intuition regarding that Ace of Pentacles, regarding that opportunity, whatever that is to you. Listen to your intuition. It's on point. Yeah, you had a you had a very strong inclination that this would fit you and that you can expand in it, put your stamp on it. You can grow into it, really strengthen it. And it's based off of intuition as well as love. Some of you identify as the masculine. Yeah. Having a strong will over this. Kind of manifest destiny principles, this kind of thing. And mirroring, someone would like to mirror back with you these things. Oh, okay. No, we don't need that. We don't always need that. Guys, sometimes I use the oracles at my discretion. It's just, I don't think it's needed. I don't think we need the coffee cup oracles. I really don't. Otherwise, I'd pull from it. But I will pull from the time. Let's take a look at this, please. Within 6 months, yeah, I would say that Six of Swords feels like a plan. I did see it briefly in that split, the Six of Swords with the Hanged Man. So that's a plan that we've had a long view on for a while. Okay. Within 6 months for some of you. Okay. Oh, so many letters. L, W, For now, we are the Pegasus in reverse. We're not quite free to take off into our flights of fancy just yet. More of that masculine energy, the freedom to pursue and choose one's destiny. Not quite there yet, but you will. We have the Anchor. A couple things you can interpret that as being stuck or being emotionally stable. The choice is up to you. Little Star, little wishes lead to big ones. We have the Diamond in reverse. Lack of commitment. Okay. There's that sense of lack of commitment for now. And then I see the commitment energy pop up once we're engaging in this. And then it strengthens. Okay. But we're losing that sense of commitment for whichever this is. Okay. Know what's worth it to you. And you have that tendency to always be on the go or to consider multiple opportunities, as we have the rabbit here from Alice in Wonderland. You're very conscientious of time, energy, and effort. And always being on the go for some of you you're associated with. And then the Stars in reverse. Currently, we're not pursuing our big dream. No. We start with the little star, as I saw somewhere, and it expands outwards to a bigger one. Okay? These things do take time, as suggested. Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me Scorpio, please. What's going on for Scorpio? What's going on for Scorpio, please? All right. Eight of Cups. Excuse me. Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Queen of Pentacles, the Star. The Four of Pentacles, I see. Five of Cups, the Fool. The King of Pentacles. It's odd. First of all, I can tell you there's more than one energy on this board today, so I'm at this point I'm obligated to tell you to reverse those energies as you see fit, because I honestly don't know. There is at least two. Okay? Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. Just for simplicity, let's assume that's you. But like I said, reverse, blah, blah, blah. Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands. You're saying, I'm not emotionally involved right now. I'm just feeling good about me. It's playful. It's light. It's maybe even passionate. I don't know. You're just saying, I gotta be me. I'm expressing myself. And I feel good. I feel good. I look good. I don't know. You've been taking care of yourself. Your energy's freer. It's lighter. You have to understand, fire is a very fast element. Second to air. So there's the sense in you of being open, passionate, ambitious, driven, But Eight of Cups, you're emotionally unavailable right now. Your heart's not easily touched, or frankly, you're just not trying to be emotionally involved from the heart space. Okay? You can be a fiery person and not necessarily be inclined towards anyone passionately otherwise. Right now, just see you open with a flare. You're flaring pretty hard right now. And it's a beautiful flare. It's very hot. You look like a hot house flower. You just got to express yourself. But you're saying my heart? Yeah. My heart's not open for that right now. You're not open to attachments emotionally right now. I don't think you're available right there, right now. I don't. I think you're more concerned with being present. The fire is very present-oriented. That's it. That's all I got. Queen of Pentacles, the Star, Four of Pentacles. It's not for nothing, though. You're saying you know your worth, you know your value, and that you're holding out for something more. So that suggests tragedy. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles, the Star, the Four of Pentacles. You're saying you know your worth and you will accept nothing less than. Okay? Don't get me wrong. Queen of Pentacles suggests intimacy of home, nurturing, caring, loving, supportive. So when it comes to your more personal side, so here is heavy display, and it's a beautiful display. You're like a big, beautiful, bold firework. You can't help but display yourself, but you're emotionally unavailable. But when we pull back the lens and we look at you a little bit more quietly, closer to home, you're like, I know my worth. I know my value. And I can withhold as the day is long. You say you got big dreams and you're holding out for them. Literally, you're holding out for them, the Four of Pentacles and the Star. When it comes to your home self, your quality of care, generosity, and active love and nurturing components, you're saying that stays with you for the time being. Let's say you haven't met anyone worthy of the criteria and that you have no problem holding out. And for Scorpios, that is dead on bang. We're so emotionally stubborn. But it's good, though, because what you're telling me is that you do know what your value is, and that came with work. That came with a price, you know? And why would you just allow anyone into your home or invite anyone to your life? If it was anything, you know, why would you invite that anything into your life if it was anything less than? Right? So you're saying I'm holding out, and that suggests strategy. So you have no problem putting your energy out there that suggests, I've got to be me. I'm just not sharing me. And that's a choice. You're holding out for the best, you're holding out for your worth. I understand, I respect that. Okay? But yeah, there's two sides of you. What you display and what's at home. Okay? I get it. I think I get it. Now, here's where the second energy comes into play. I don't know who this is. Five of Cups, the Fool, King of Pentacles. Someone who says they know their worth. Despite any fears or difficult emotions they might have in connection to you, they want to open up towards you. The Fool. I don't know when. I have no idea. It's technically under future orientation, but it could be as soon as a couple of days, a week. I have no idea. But this person saying, I know my worth, and it's worth it to me to take a risk and open up towards you despite any emotional differences between us, because hey, I know my worth too, and it's worth it to me to do this, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Okay, that's cool. You know, I respect that. So I say you got to speak up for yourself sometimes, and sometimes old emotional attachments to one person or just old experiences in general can hang us backwards, hold us backwards, I should say. Make us second guess ourselves. So that Five of Cups, be it emotional disappointment and hurt with you, or just in the general sense as they've experienced it, nonetheless, it's not holding them back. Somebody wants to take a leap of faith despite whatever negativity lingers. Okay? That is old emotional memory under a future context. So it makes me believe that, yes, we know this person. Okay? How you will receive them, that's up to you. You've only given me one real marker indication of what you will and will not do. There's your display, which is easily seen, and then there's who you are at home. If you understand your worth and quality and you're holding out for something so much more and you know that, then you will know then, by proxy, if this is worth opening up to in return. Okay? As far as I can tell, you two share a common frequency, and that knowing your worth is important to the both of you. Your sense of quality care and nurturing aspects are important to the both of you. Okay? That's, so I guess you'll know. Man, it's a beautiful bursting forth. Yes, there's sadness attached to it, but this person says it's worth it to them to try. Okay? Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please, for Scorpio. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice, please, for Scorpio. Oh, that flew out my hand. The Hierophant. Okay, I was like, can I finish completing the shuffle, please? No. There it is, the Hierophant and the Eight of Wands. So someone's really stepping into the communication here. Okay. What's going on? And the Nine of Pentacles. There's the recipient. Someone's the giver and someone's on the receiving end of this. The Hierophant, Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. I will say this. Someone is really speaking up for themselves and someone's on the receiving end of it. It's admirable. I like it. I do. Because, like, I got something to say. But in a cool way. All right? I'm being cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Then they're standing behind their words, literally standing behind their words. So that's the power, the power of the Hierophant at play there. It's like when they stand behind what they say or do, that's what that is. And then someone's on the receiving end of it, the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. So that's it, guys. It looks like soon, whatever that means. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more oracles. Very good. What is going on? Oh, yeah, epiphany, breakthrough, north node, cosmic purpose, you know, whatever your north node is, be inclined towards it. Okay, epiphanies are there for you. Lots of realizations, lots of breakthroughs. There's a breakthrough here. Someone's rising into the north node. Okay, so if you don't know what your north and south nodes are, pretty easy. I strongly recommend that you use a birth chart generator. If you don't know what those are, most of them are free. I strongly recommend Cafe Astrology or Astrology Cafe. You can't miss it. It's going to be one of them. Anyway, you plug in your data and you can get a thorough birth chart, which is great. So your north node are those traits and characteristics that we should really abide by when we feel like we're being challenged or pushed upon. What we don't want to do is default to south node characteristics. That stuff we default to over and over again in terms of thinking or behavior that we know don't work for us, but for some reason we keep doing it. And that's the south node. That's the clinging aspect. North node is a rising aspect. It would have you rise higher to the challenge. So whatever your north node is, I want you to lean on that. You got this. And I think actually, if I'm being honest with you, the both of you got this. Epiphany and breakthrough, I think, on the both of you. Perhaps you're both rising into your north nodes, you know. I don't know, but that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. We have a lesson here, and we're going to be some celebration. We have some lessons learned, and celebrations are in order. That's cool. That is cool. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a time check. I don't know why. It looks... I keep coming up with that word soon. I mean... I don't know. On a cloudy day in March within 6 months, see, it looks like it's right around the corner because it's so solid. It has such a sharp corner on it. To me, it looks like it's right around. I mean, so it still could do. You must remember, timeline checks are flexible in tarot. They have to be, you know. For what is right around the corner to you might be 6 months to someone else. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, 6 months from now is roughly March. Around there. Okay? Yeah. Huh. And on a cloudy day, too. How's that for specificity? I mean, for some of you anyway. Okay. Just for fun, because we're here. Just because we're here. Okay. The dove is in reverse. There's something about this that's not quite peaceful or serene. Okay? It might be. Perhaps for some of you doves, seeing doves, they know that peace is coming or serenity on a particular subject. Okay? The fish, the abundance, luck. Some of you have been touched with abundance and or luck. You make things happen. You make things grow. Okay? You're able to feed others with your abundance. That's beautiful. And the whale, the wisdom keeper. You have a strength of wisdom or inner knowing about you. Yeah, particularly over here in that sense of self-worth. Again, your display versus your home energy. Completely two different Scorpios, but you're aware of both, actually, which is good. Okay? All right. Okay, we have, the crown. Sometimes I never know what to think of the crown sometimes. When it's in an impressive position, it's cool. And when it's not, it's not. But this one was a good position. Rising to the crown. It landed on the north node. Rising to the crown. That was pretty cool. So Empress energy here. Also earth, but that sense of, again, self-worth known on both sides. It's on the crown chakra. Okay. So FYI. We have Taurus, the medallion of Taurus. You might have some very strong Taurus in your chart, but I did see King of Pentacles and the Hierophant here, FYI. Could be connecting to Taurus as well. We have the letter G, and we have the big masculine glasses. Okay. All right, I think we've covered it all. Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me, Pisces. Show me, Pisces. What's going on? Show me, Pisces. What is going on? Show me, Pisces. What's up? I saw somebody with a dual fish tattoo the other day, and I said, "You Pisces?" And he's like, "How'd you know?" Lucky guess. That always amuses me, though. I guess a lot of people really don't expect other people to recognize the symbols, but I see them all the time. I see them all the time, you know? And it's like, yeah, how'd you know? I don't know. I'm just talented like that. His intuition had nothing to do with it. It's just you put symbols on your body for a reason, honey. They don't just mean something to you. They mean something to other people, too. Remember, tattoos are just, well, really, they're living canvases of art, you know? People can interpret them the same way you do or something different. Anyway, what's going on? Show me, Pisces. The Fool, Strength, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, that's beautiful. King of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Whatever that is, you're going to sort it out. I want you to have confidence in that. Six of Cups, the Five of Wands, the Hanged Man. Trust me, you still are going to. So I'm glad that first and foremost you're feeling better. So the Fool's Strength and the Four Swords, you know, you've really had to keep yourself open to this idea of strategic, planned, staying in there, healing. It hasn't been easy, and I know there's times where you get restless with it and you just want to move on and do other things, but then you pull yourself backwards and you're like, no, I need to remain open to healing and have the strength to stay here. I'm not done yet. And you had your various reasons, and people can lose their patience with healing. Especially when it's a Four Swords. Temperance suggests a lot of time has passed and we've been working through it, right? You didn't gotten there yet. You didn't show me the Hermit, you showed me the Four Swords. So this is healing when you have the time and you're not devoted to it 24/7. But you seem to know that when it's time to stay in the zone, you got to stay in the zone. And it did good for you. It did good by you because you're working through something that requires your immediate attention as well. We had the King of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Something here doesn't make much sense to you yet, but you are determined to find a resolve. It's tricky. It's tricky because it seems to rely on the cooperation of someone else. It may not be a love thing, guys. I don't know. And you're like, I know there's an answer in here somewhere. I'm gonna figure this out. I know I can. I've got the energy for this. I have good intentions towards this. I've really put myself to task. I know I've healed my mind around this subject. I'm gonna find a solution. So you're showing me insistence and optimism, and I got this on an insecure situation. Trust yourself. Six of Cups, Five of Wands, the Hanged Man. I got some sort of connection that's close to you. It does not have to be romantic. In fact, I'm convinced it's not. But take it as it resonates, of course, like always. This is someone who we've known a long time, and you anticipate a kind of combative energy with this person, and you're not trying to do that. You're not trying to do that. You're like, I know this situation. I know this person. I know I'm going to push their buttons. I'm not trying to push their buttons, but you anticipate that they're going to see you as someone who is trying to push their buttons when that's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to find resolve. Okay? So I just got a lot of data off of your baseline today. A lot. Okay? And because you anticipate kickback from this person, because you've given it so much thought, you're actually going to be able to counter this in a way that's calm. I knew you were going to say that, and I understand why you would interpret this way, and I can see it from your point of view. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're worried about getting an end result on this that's positive. You don't know how it's going to go. But you're going to keep a positive disposition at the forefront of your, not argument with this person, you're trying to prevent that. More like resolution with this person. You anticipate their kind of negative reaction, their negative filter, their negative lenses, their glasses, however you want to put it, you know that they wear those. And it could be into a specific instance or situation that you've given a lot of thought and you know how it makes sense now, but you have to help them see it that way. It's done so honestly. There's no manipulation here. You really do want a positive resolve with this person, but it requires a lot of deep thought and helping them shift a kind of stubborn focus on it's this and I know it's this. And you're like, okay, I get why you would see that, but it's really not. If you think about it, X, Y, Z. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not easily put into context without more of the situation that surrounds it. But I think the Pisces I'm looking at, you know what the heck I'm saying. This is going to be done calmly. And from your point of view of, I know there's resolve in here. I know there is. I know there is. I see you helping this person shift their point of view, but they're stubborn about it. They're a little locked on an issue. Okay. And people get like that. That's why you had to go within first and sort it out for yourself first about how to approach this. Keep your expectations low, but your standards high. Okay. And little by little, you are making a difference. I promise you, you're going to make a difference to help shift this person's perspective or points of view, but you're going to have to stay in there, okay? And you wouldn't be doing, and I'm not telling you what to do. That's what the cards are here. This is what this Pisces already resigned to do. I'm just reading what you're showing me. That's it. I'm not telling you anything. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. You either get this or you don't. That's it. So if this doesn't speak to you at all, then it's not yours. Don't worry about it. Check your other placements, you know? But for the Pisces, you get it. You're like, yep, I figured that was the case. You already know, like that's how strong your resolve is. So I'm assuming you wouldn't be doing this unless this person was important to you. The connection meant a lot to you, okay? Because it is no easy thing to get someone to see something differently when they're already from a point of view that says no, 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 and they're already braying like a donkey. No, kickback, no, kickback. Okay, and staying calm and pointing things out. And little by little, degree by degree, we can help shift people's perspective without being controlling or manipulative or just being as stubborn as they are, because that means no change. Okay? Done so with a calm, positive, open point of view, a lot can be accomplished here. Okay? It was really straightforward, actually. I appreciate that, and I wish you luck. Okay? Remember your insights back here, and that's going to help you a lot. All right. Let's get some advice, please, for Pisces. Let's get some advice, please, for Pisces. Did you just hear Cinnamon snore? That was loud. Wow, that was a big old... Well, I don't want to replicate it. You know what a snore sounds like, but that was a deep one. All right, Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, there is something here about the authoritative self and the higher self specifically shifting this as this could benefit everybody. It represents a new beginning for everybody. I think that's a very interesting point of view to keep in mind. I do. Because there it is, that sense of higher self, higher good, okay? We've given this a lot of thought, and I stand behind this message, and here's the pros. Keeping in mind the pros. This, whatever this is, presents an opportunity for everybody. And there's something about that language that's going to help ease this process, okay? Like, you don't understand. No. This is something for everybody. We all benefit. You know, if we see it this way, or we approach it this way, or we stand by it this way. So there is something here that many people could take advantage of, all right? And participate in. And I think if we present it from that positive point of view, so long as it's true, that'll help. That'll help quite a bit. This isn't just about me, and it's not just about you. This benefits all of us. It's a new beginning for all of us, okay? We just have to stand by it and believe in it, okay? It's being presented as this is a good thing, not a bad thing. Okay, that's something. Patience, yeah, I get that feeling too. Bless you. This must mean something to you. But yeah, you're having to show patience. But if you really believe in this the way I think you do, and you want to help them see it that way as well, it's going to require patience, temperance, in other words. You're going to have to temper yourself, or perhaps they may not. Yeah, there's something, a celebration, offer, abundance. We got to strike while the iron is hot. We have the hot element here that is the Ace of Wands, more or less, celebration, gifts, and abundance. With patience, we all benefit. In believing in this, we all benefit, but we need to strike now whilst the iron is hot, something like that, okay? And that could also represent that flare, that kickback flare that's associated with the Five of Wands, you know. When our positive energy turns negative, that fire can work in both ways in terms of creativity, passion, expression to destruction and chaos. So, so yeah, we need patience, but we need to see this as an opportunity, as a gift to be celebrated. Okay. Really cool. Good stuff here. Let's go ahead and do a time check. I'm not interested in the coffee cup oracles. The oracles, some of them are just at will. I don't always use all of them. It just kind of depends on the feeling. I don't think that one's necessary, but let's go ahead and do a time check for you. What's going on here? On a rainy day, on a rainy day in winter. Okay. I think we're going to have some clarity on this subject by winter, whenever that is for you. So for people in the Northern Hemisphere, that ain't too far from now. Okay. Oh. Okay, we have the letter S. That's the only letter we have. We have the anchor here. It can represent stuckness, yes, but also emotional stability. I can see where we're trying to get from a stuck state to a place of emotional acceptance and or stability over the situation. We have the feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and for some of you, simply a feather is confirmation for some reason, okay? We have the bee, busy bee. Some of you are hard workers, we labor hard, or we're always on the go, something like that. And if you have any Capricorn in your chart, as this medallion suggests, that might well be the case. Some of you might have some very strong Capricorn in your chart. Could be connecting to one. We also have the medallion of Aquarius, the key word here being friendly. And then we have the owl in reverse. Yeah, no. Someone's not using their insight and wisdom. Okay. So with the gentleness of that feather, we still bring the clarity of air against someone who has their back turned to the situation. Which suggests somebody here is very wise, but we're not using our wisdom. Okay. So yeah, something to think about. It seems like you're up against this, but it's important to, or again, I don't think you'd be trying at this level. Okay. Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me Cancer, please. What's going on for Cancer? Show me Cancer. What is going on? Show me Cancer, please. Very good. Okay. Temperance, the Hanged Man, the Star. Whoa! That's some big energy there today, eh? It ain't bad. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. 2 of Wands, the 7 of Wands. Justice. Oh, big decision then. Okay. No wonder you had to temper yourself so much. That wasn't easy. Page of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Chariot. There you are. Look at that. Look at that. Cancer with an attitude. Well, it's a healthy one. Okay. So let me just make that clear. It's just, man, I have not... You guys have been making such phenomenal progress in your collective readings for a while now, and I'm just so pleased for you. This is great. Really picking a direction, choosing yourself, choosing focus, the things that are right for you, understanding that it's right for you, all the good stuff. And it's wild because I can see you guys fragmented for months at a time, and you're not sure, and you're not sure, and you're not sure, and then one day you are, you know? And that's what it is to be the chariot or the driver of the chariot. It's picking one direction, sticking to it. And whatever the background noise is here suggests you had a lot of time, so much time and patience and healing and solitude of self. I don't mean externally, you know, cinnamon, living in a state of solitude. For perhaps some of you, that was true. It's more like a spiritual state of development on your own, on the inside where no one can see it. But that's where all the best power is generated. Okay, so Temperance, the Hanged Man, and the Star. Man, massive consolidation. Massive consolidation over a long stretch of time. A long period of you gaining the insight you need about what you feel, how you feel it, lessons learned, where it's taking you, why it's taking you, what the purpose of it is, where is that next, by the way? Oh, and where have you come from, and did you learn everything you needed to learn before you start your next thing? So, like, not a 24-hour thing. Wow, you're so much discovery about yourself and your drive and where you're supposed to be with that star, what it is you want to navigate your life by and why, and making sure and understanding it's your life's purpose, your life's focus, your life's drive before you commit to it. The whole thing. There's so much in there. And by the way, you really had to understand your own particular mechanics before you could rest on this. You're making it look easy. is my point. And this isn't easy. If people understood how long this took, years, not seasons, baby, years, of understanding difficult things about yourself, where they come from, and what does it mean to you in the greater scheme of things, and how do you want it to, okay? And what's your star then versus your star now? Because that's going to change. The more you understand about yourself, the more your vision of the star changes. You start to navigate by different stars. And you can't do that unless you have a very deep fundamental understanding of who the heck you are. So 3 majors just on your opening. Wow. Okay, I need to ground you in reality, though, because I didn't know where the heck you are. 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Justice. You've made a decision either very recently or very, very soon that you have decided there's something here that simply cannot be balanced and needs to be left behind or left alone. I don't know what that is, but it's rather significant to you. But again, you're making the decision look so easy. And perhaps it was an easy decision after all that work. After all that work, maybe that was easy. Maybe that was a simple, super simple problem at the end of the day compared to everything that you learned about yourself. Maybe it was. Because you're saying there's something here I just don't want to try to even humor anymore. I don't want to try to balance with it anymore. I don't need to. It's more than I don't need to. I don't want to. And I'm okay with that. It used to be important to me to try to balance out, make it work. I don't want to do it anymore. And it's... I'm sure there's a lot more to it than just that. Okay? But like I said, you're almost making it look easy. So I don't know what that is to you. Justice, you know, it has the spiritual implication of balance, but also technical, legal as well. Like, I can't be bothered to participate. It's a mediocre balance or it's a nonsensical balance. There's just frankly no point in trying to balance it because it's not going to bounce back. There's something here that represents a state of inequality, and you're tired of trying to make it fit, or tired of trying to balance it out, equalize it, whatever, gain from it legally or technically to tip the scales in your favor. You're like, I just don't want to participate anymore. Done and done. So you interpret that as you see fit. It either applies or it doesn't. But trying to force something to balance or give back in abundance, no, you can't force that, right? If it could have balanced by now, it probably would have done. So we're going to just leave that alone now. So congratulations to you, whatever that is. Page of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Chariot. Doesn't that feel so much better? You seem to be at so much peace with everybody. And your surroundings, the people who matter most to you are in there, celebrating you and cheering you in your movement forward in whatever your direction is now. Don't get me wrong, your support system, family, okay? Anything and anyone that's in there, that's at the emotional level. 10 of Cups is very comprehensive. It can contain a wide variety of persons or just one person. I don't care. The point is like, this is what matters. This is what matters. Love and harmony, happiness, emotional expansion. You're like, that's what matters. That's what I'm all about now. That's how I'm navigating my life. I'm going to move forward to that at top speed. I want it all. I want to feel good. I want to feel surrounded by love for a long time. Yeah, but this is what matters. You know, I want to be part of it. I want to swim in it all day, every day. I just want to be a part of it. That's what I'm going to move forward to. And it's a beautiful, sort of forceful, no looking back. And this is what matters now. This is all that matters now. Okay. So I know yours was terribly open, but we have 5 majors. So maybe tell your energy to calm down a little bit if you want some more details, because I did. But do you really need it though? You either get this or you don't. That's a very strong feeling. And I can't make you feel it if it's not yours. You know? I have to show you what's happening or what could be. That's it. So yeah, I'm really not too big on the details myself personally. I mean, I'm going to tell you, go Cancer, go. That's it. But yeah, because we're here, we have a job to do. Let's go ahead and throw down some advice, yeah? Let's get some advice, please. Let's get some advice, please. I will say this, that page of one, though, it's a little bit indicative to you opening up towards emotional expanse for the first time in a long time. Wanting to include more in your life than what was already there. Wanting to be part of something greater. There's a little bit of a discovery element in that. It's kind of like you're going to travel to parts unknown. Okay? Don't get me wrong, your mom's still your mom, your dad's still your dad, or your auntie, or your siblings. Those people are still those people. I'm saying the unknown elements of emotional expansion. That's what you want to drive into, okay? And be part of, be included with Eight of Pentacles, the Star, the Five of Swords. You've had to do years, possibly years, of self-sabotage damage, so that would explain a lot, actually. Yeah. There's that Star again. Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. You had to undo a lot of self-sabotaging damage in relation to where it is you're supposed to be in this life. You were always telling yourself one particular storyline that didn't fit you and didn't fit you for a long time, but you kept feeding it and feeding it with the Eight of Pentacles. So that was a very active Five of Swords. I'm navigating my life by this star, and I choose that. That's what I want. And you made yourself believe it a little more every day. This is totally my path. This is totally my destiny. This is how I guide my ship, by that star. I want to be there. That's my star. That's my jam. I'm going to put all the best of my... That's a lot of work, guys. Eight of Pentacles, that's active. Time, energy, and effort, really hammering this point home. I believe in this star. Not really. But you know what? No. It's going to grow on me, that star is. That's what's going to happen. If I keep putting myself into it, it's for sure I'm going to believe it's mine. It's not. It's not. Perhaps you thought all that matters is work or security or whatever it is that you used to navigate by. You're saying that's all that matters? But no, it wasn't true. So no wonder that took so long. Yeah, that's going to do it. And you came out the other side saying you have a very different idea of what the star is now. Included into something so much greater. Interesting. Some of it's emotionality unknown. Different roles for you in the Ten of Cups that you haven't known before. Or simply less focus on work and career and more about how you emotionally, and not just emotionally, I hate using that word over and over again, but it's true, who you love and why. You know, that's as much a star as anything else, guys. You know? Well, I'm glad you're no longer casting yourself under that particular yoke. That would explain so much of the recovery process. Hot and cold, back and forth about this vision that you had versus what you were living. Right? And you needed so much patience before you could finally commit to that direction. Okay. Yeah, it's no easy thing. I'm not knocking you for that, guys. You know, when you wholeheartedly throw yourself into a belief of desire and hope and longevity, and you see some results and you get confirmation this was correct, but after a while it stops being correct, but we ignore the signals, we tamp them down, and like, no, we reaffirm ourselves this direction. That process isn't always obvious. We had years to hammer a point home. So why would you just stop? Until you understood in some way something didn't feel right. And you started looking at it more and more deeply because you were tired of this thing that was hard to define, keeping you awake at night. You were tired of this feeling that was gnawing at you. There's something else. That's what that takes years. Oh, good God. It is so out of control. I think I've got hit with 10 spam calls today. So just to make it clear, yes, my phone has spam filters on it. It automatically takes those out. The watch, however, is not synced up to it. Stupid. This is really stupid. Apparently that's a separate setting because that makes sense. So apologies. I need to fix that. I had to replace my phone recently. Let me tell you something. little pro tip. When you get A smartphone. A smart anything. It's just smart. Okay, it costs money. Just buy the white glove treatment that is insurance. Because let me tell you something. I have some nerve damage in this hand, and sometimes if you can relate, you know what I mean. It's just a spasm where your hand forces open, or the opposite, it clenches. And I had my phone, and I don't remember what I was doing, but it had the case on. I always have a safety case on just for this reason. And I must have sharpened it at just the right angle, at just the right strength, at just the right hard ground. I don't know, but the back of the phone, which is essentially glass, shattered. And then I went, oh, I have full insurance. And that is such a beautiful feeling. Oh, honey, we got a full swap out. Full swap out in less than 24 hours. And that was full insurance. It's worth it. Worth it. Oh my God. Part for part, memory for memory, color for color, everything across the board is the same. All right. That's a financial loss. Okay. For some of you, in order to make this, that's what this is, isn't it? Financial loss, take that with some flexibility as representing the Five of Pentacles. Now, can the Five of Pentacles absolutely represent financial loss? Yeah. It's the breaking away of solid known territory or an assumed environment. So yeah, that's going to have heavy notes of financial, monetary, or physical investment. I think right over here, when you stopped fighting for something that might technically be yours, is when you really understood you can let this go and move on with your life. You're saying it's not worth it. I'm not going to try to force to balance this out, even though it's owed me or it's my share or my due. We're going to write that one off. It's like it's not worth it. I understand. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Okay, that's enough. All right. And I say that. And then I whip out the Time Oracle cards. All right, what's up? Yes. At dawn, some of you are early risers. I know I am. Are you a dawn person? You like to wake up early in the morning, Process with caution. Some of you have your best thoughts first thing in the morning, like first thing at dawn. A lot of people don't get that. I get that. I do. Process with caution. That's where you've done some of your deepest thinking back here, is at dawn, when no one's bothering you and you can be yourself by yourself. That's when you've had some of your deepest work, is when you were the least busy, was at dawn. Am I right? Did I call it? And that would explain also why the stretch of time. Time's not always on your side. Okay. All right. Oh, why? Okay, we have the letters H. We have the letters M. We have the medallion of Libra in reverse and upside down, the opposite of charming, which is their key word, but this is the opposite of charming. Twice. What? The Libra charm in reverse and upside down twice. Whatever, it's no longer charming, loving, or adorable. Justice. There might be some heavy Libra energy here today, either in your chart or perhaps a connection point. Okay? But something clearly won't balance. It's no longer charming or amusing or loving, or it's a reflection of a lot of this is happening now whilst we're in Libra season. Okay. And like I said, the medallion of Gemini, the crescent moon, the next crescent moon might be a powerful moment for some of you. We have the dragonfly, confirmation of change, hard-wearing change, I might point out. And the octopus in reverse and upside down, there's nothing left to discover here, honestly. I think you've plumbed all the particular depths here, and there really is nothing left to grip onto except your future, of course. All right, Cancer honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.